Christmas has become one of the most pleasant times of the year to visit Victorian Cape May, the nation's oldest seashore resort. There is a wealth of activities including house tours, carriage and sleigh rides, sightseeing trolley tours, and fine shopping and dining. Cape May is a national landmark city restored to the height of its Victorian splendor, fully decorated for Christmas. Southern New Jersey is blessed with houses of worship of many faiths to ensure the happiest of holiday seasons, although you may be miles from home. There are restaurants of world-class standing throughout town. Some of the most unique shops you'll find anywhere are located on and near the Washington Street Mall. Explore on foot what is the country's largest assemblage of beautifully restored inns and homes from the Victorian era, with over 600 examples in town. A stroll through the historic district will delight you with many fine examples of our Victorian architecture. However, for an interior view of these fine inns, may we suggest one of the many tours offered by the innkeepers in town.
Welcome to Cape May's Christmas Grand Tour, a journey through time to a Victorian celebration.
Welcome to the Brass Bed. We're getting ready for the grand tour this afternoon, but I would like to show you around. Come on inside. Before we go upstairs, let's begin the dining room. Now, we usually serve breakfast in here, but John's getting ready for the grand tour. He's posing as Louis Dannenbaum, the original owner of the house, and he's just going to show a few of the family treasures.
And this figure is probably the most precious in the Dunwoody collection of Christmas figures. Purchased in New York City in 1914, the little glass Santa is actually a light bulb that has lit every Christmas Eve for 76 years. So after all that time, is it really electricity that lights him, or is it something special like Christmas magic?
John's wife, Donna, is portraying Henrietta Dannenbaum. She's in the parlor putting the last few touches on the Christmas tree.
Hi, this is our parlor and music room, and you're welcome to use this room anytime. Please feel free to play the piano, but no boogie-woogie after 11. Just getting ready to put the finishing touches on the tree, and this ornament was John's grandmother's and dates back to 1898. We also have a great selection of toys under the tree. This scooter is called an Irish Mail, and it was made in the United States in the 1920s. And this little baby doll is also from the 1920s. She's a composition doll, and her arms and her legs are made of glue and sawdust. She's got a real soft body that's filled with cotton, so that makes her very cuddly. But you go on upstairs and get settled in, and after you're finished, come on down. We'll tell you a little bit more about our toys.
Located at 653 Washington Street is an inn unique in the fact that it also houses one of Cape May's award-winning restaurants. Alexander's Inn and Restaurant is a fine example of beautifully restored Victorian architecture.
Welcome to Alexander's Inn. My name is Larry Muntz. My wife Diane and I own Alexander's Inn, and we're in period dress and representing the original owners of our bed and breakfast inn here in Victorian Cape May. At Alexander's, with our 6 guest rooms, we are the only inn that actually has our dining room that's still open to the public by reservation for our house guests as well as to the general public. We are in the parlor of our 1883 Victorian home that's all been restored and decorated for a Victorian Christmas. And usually at our portion of the Christmas tour, we tell you what the servant's perspective would have been. On special occasions like Christmas, the servants would have prepared the main meal to include the children at the main table. And it gives us this special chair, the rare piece from the 1880s, which is a formal dining room side chair. Black walnut, nice leather, tool leather backing, and it's obviously a high chair. But this chair was used so infrequently, it was designed, rolled up, and to assume the normal dining room side chair, one of the 12-piece sets. It's a special piece that would have been used only on very special occasions, like Christmas.
Our dining room is open to the public for dinner and on Sunday for brunch. So the next time you're in Cape May, please stop by and see us.
Next, our tour takes us just a few steps down beautiful Washington Street, splendid all year round. Grand in scale and bold in Victorian character, the Duke of Windsor will provide the ideal lodging for your seaside holiday visit. The classic Queen Anne detailing inside and out, the natural woodwork, the Tiffany stained glass, and beautiful furnishings please and excite the eye. The 45-foot tower is a dramatic statement made in the golden age of America. The inside of the tower provides two of our most unique guest rooms, while on the first floor it has a conversation and game room for guest use. Enter the magnificent foyer with hand-carved oak open stairs. Be sure to note the classic corner fireplace with the inset tile and hand-carved mantel. Stroll into the parlor through 9-foot solid oak sliding doors. The corner fireplace, like the rest of the house, is beautifully decorated for Christmas. The dining room and family parlor offer still more fine detailing, original natural woodwork, and authentic antique furnishings. The guest rooms, with or without private baths, are large, bright, and airy, and are tastefully furnished with thoughtful touches to ensure your comfort. Your stay at the Duke of Windsor will include breakfast each morning and tea in the afternoon. The Duke of Windsor enjoys a central location in the historic district and is within easy walking distance of great restaurants, fine shops, and the beach.
Hello, the Lord Master is home. Where is everybody? Oh, hello. I didn't know we had visitors. Welcome to the villa my father built. My name is George McCreary, and my dad built this house in 1869, and he built the cottage next door in 1873. We summered down here for 10 years or so until my father passed away, and then last year we took over the main house for ourselves, and we put the children and the relatives in the cottage next door. Excuse me one moment. I have to jot a few notes down before I forget them. So, is this the first time you've been in Cape May, or have you been with us before? You've probably noticed that our furnishings are much more extensive than you would expect in a summer place, which would be furnished with wicker and iron and brass beds and only a couple heavy pieces of furniture like a large table to serve from, or a dining room table or a sideboard to serve from. And we've moved our furnishings from our manor house in Philadelphia down here when we sold off my father's mine operations on Mauchunk and consolidated them down here where we're living now full time. And in order to keep my wife busy, she's decided to take in boarders and serve them breakfast in the morning, so I suppose we could be considered one of these fancy bed and breakfast inns that you hear about so much now. You see the rooms are all comfortably furnished, and they all have very, very modern, up-to-date conveniences, including a private toilet. We're here high on top of the Abbey in Cape Island. From here you can see rooftops of just about everything in town. We're over 65 or 70 feet up in the air, and it functions as a natural air conditioner. The cool shaded street air will be drawn in the veranda windows, and the hot house air to be drawn out, or by natural convection drawn out the top of the house. So you get many changes of air through the course of the day. It's not a place for wearing hats up here. It's a steady 10 or 12 knot breeze blowing up here almost all the time. And we're right in the center of the historic district, and we hope you come down and see us at the Abbey.
My fellow tour guides and I look forward to seeing you soon. Tickets are available now at any of the Grand Tour inns. We'll look forward to seeing you somewhere in time.
You'll want to bring your shopping list with you to Cape May, for Cape May is blessed with some of the most unique shops in the world. At the corner of Ocean Street and the Washington Street Mall, in the stately brick building, once home to the New Jersey Trust and Safe Deposit Company, is McDowell's Gallery of Gifts. Inside, you'll be fascinated by the hundreds of framed and unframed prints from shore scenes, Victoriana, and Cape May architecture. McDowell's features American hand-blown art glass from the world's finest artists. There's cards for all occasions and a wide selection of books on Victoriana, cookbooks, and special editions, like this leather-bound Audubon's Birds of America. There's hand-carved decoys by American Wildlife, Catskill Mountain wind chimes, and a wall of Andy Rooney plaques. McDowell's offers Southwest jewelry in silver and turquoise by Native American craftsmen, and Marcasite jewelry from Judith Jack. No matter who is on your Christmas list, you'll find treasures to cherish at McDowell's Gallery of Gifts on the Washington Street Mall. In a beautifully restored Victorian house just off the mall are two unique shops, Whiskers and Cape May Miniatures. Whiskers is a whimsical collection of jewelry, pottery, and folk art, all with a whiskered theme of cats, dogs, rabbits, and more. You'll chuckle all the while as you make your way through the goodies, many of them made in America. Whiskers is also the exclusive outlet for the Cape May Afghan. Cape May Miniatures is a fantasy land of doll houses, furniture, accessories, and building supplies needed to complete that dream house. Bill March, the master builder, offers a full array of services from building and electrifying to restoring doll houses. His specialty is custom building, from an exact replica of Cape May's Queen Victoria to a duplication of your favorite house. Many handcrafted houses and miniatures await the discerning collector at Cape May Miniatures. Pearls, located at 518 Washington Street Mall in the rear, facing Carpenter's Lane, features modern women's clothing and accessories like handbags, earrings, belts, and scarves. That wonderful aroma on the Washington Street Mall is from the delicious hand-whipped fudge being made fresh daily at the original Fudge Kitchen. You'll find fine candies and gift tins amid the largest selection of hand-dipped chocolates anywhere. And there's a free box of saltwater taffy when you buy 2 pounds of fudge. Mail your order anywhere by calling 1-800-23-FUDGE. Located in the center of the Washington Street Mall, you'll find Central Pharmacy, serving residents and visitors alike with over-the-counter medicines and prescription medicines. But Central Pharmacy has much more to offer. They feature an extensive collection of pre-recorded cassette tapes and CDs. There's blank tape for your camcorder and VCR, film of all speeds and sizes, and a camera for those photos you'll want to take home. There's even a selection of Cape May clothing. And nowhere in Cape May will you find a wider selection of books and videotape about Cape May than Central Pharmacy on the Washington Street Mall. Celebrating 20 years of business on the mall in Cape May is the Whale's Tail, offering a collection of fine gifts, including unique specimen seashells and handcrafted jewelry, toys from around the world, bath products, and South Jersey's largest selection of cards and paper goods. And the Whale's Tail is open all year. Sweet Things in America is a one-of-a-kind collection of imports from Sweden and Denmark. Browse through the distinctive collection of handmade items from Orreforth and Costa Voda in glass and wrought iron at Sweet Things in America on the mall. The Pilot House is located on Decatur Street in Cape May, just off the Washington Street Mall in the heart of the historic district. The Pilot House is open 7 days a week and serves lunch, dinner, and late-night snacks all year round. Enjoy the view from the patio or warm your bones in front of the fireplace with your favorite beer, wine, or cocktail. You'll enjoy expertly prepared food in a comfortable, casual, nautical atmosphere. For appetizers, there's steamed clams, nachos, and buffalo shrimp. Or try the homemade soups, gumbos, and chowders. You'll want to check the daily specials centered around fresh-caught local seafood. The Pilot House offers a complete menu of Mexican food, including tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and salads from south of the border. Char-grilled steaks and burgers are a favorite at the Pilot House, and each day brings a new early bird special to the menu. The Pilot House also has packaged goods to go, and they even offer free delivery in Cape May. So for lunch, dinner, or late-night snacks, a treat from south of the border or a cocktail in front of the fireplace, stop into the Pilot House on Decatur Street, just off the Washington Street Mall. Now, if you're looking for something completely different to do, in the lower section of the Merry Widow at Jackson Street and Carpenter's Lane, you'll find Victorian Vintage Photo. Bring in your group of friends and select the costumes you like, from Civil War officers and their lady friends to authentic Victorian-era garb. A professional photographer will set you up with the appropriate props and accessories. Then you can pick from several test photos and select the size of pictures you would like. After a few moments of browsing through the antiques and jewelry also available at Victorian Vintage Photo, your antique photos are ready. They're perfect for gifts, and Victorian Vintage Photo can quickly and easily turn your photo into Christmas cards just in time to send out to your friends at home. After a busy day of touring, it's time to return to your inn for tea. Perhaps you've seen Captain May's Inn on the cover of your favorite magazine or on the ABC Network News. This early Renaissance inn was built in 1890 by Walter Phillips, a physician and true native of Cape May. As you cross the threshold at Captain May's, you'll experience the warm and welcoming atmosphere of a Dutch Christmas. You'll see Persian rugs on tabletops, a Delft blue china collection, and authentic European antiques throughout. You'll marvel at the East Lake paneling in the dining room, leaded glass bay window, and the recently restored fireplace with its intricately carved mantel where one can sip sherry when there's a nip in the air. Special attention to detail is given to the guest rooms, where one will find Victorian bedroom suites accented with handsome quilts, fresh flowers, and imported Dutch lace curtains. Throughout, you'll find the inn has been meticulously restored. The inn is named after Captain Cornelius May, who in 1621 was sent by the Dutch West Indies Company in his ship, the Good Tidings, to explore the coast. He found the climate delightful and gave his name to these shores as a result. Captain May's Inn is a beautiful tribute to his legacy. Come discover the special treats of a Christmas in the Dutch tradition at Captain May's Inn, centrally located in Cape May's historic district, just a short walk to the beach and 1/2 block from the great shopping and entertainment of the Washington Street Mall. The ambiance of a bygone era is captured today in this beautifully restored bed and breakfast inn. After tea, you might enjoy a walk and more sightseeing. A few steps away is Kate's. Upon entering Kate's, you'll find the music of Emile Pandolfi and the fragrance of aromatic potpourri filling the air. The exclusive lines carried by Kate's include seagull pewter, a distinctive line which includes champagne and wine goblets, picture frames, and children's items. Kate's carries Wedgwood china and gift items. There are baskets filled with antique china found here exclusively. As in Victorian times, customer service is most important at Kate's, and we're here to make your shopping a most pleasant experience. An event to remember. And gift wrapping at Kate's is their signature. Steps away is historic Jackson Street, full of fine architecture from the late 1800s. On Carpenter's Lane, just off the mall, is Uniquely Yours, a quaint carriage house featuring an unusual array of gifts and accessories to complement you and your home. Next door in the Pink Cottage is Uniquely Yours, too. There's a unique assortment of women's fashions, from romantic to relaxed. Uniquely Yours, too, has Cape May's most distinctive hats and jewelry. One of Cape May's finer restaurants is also one of the great night spots in town, the Jackson Mountain Cafe, located at Jackson Street and the Washington Street Mall. Serves dinner nightly. There's a cocktail special every night, and a DJ spinning your favorite tunes. The Jackson Mountain serves late-night snacks, like burritos and burgers. The Jackson Mountain Cafe, located high atop Jackson Mountain, a majestic 14 feet above sea level, is your place for lunch, fine dining, and a great night out. Cape May is a town made for walking. Nearly everything is within easy walking distance. You might enjoy a late-night stroll through the wonderland of lights and decorations along the gas-lit streets before returning to your inn and turning in. Next morning, after a hearty breakfast at your inn, or one of Cape May's great restaurants, it's time for more exploring. Today we begin at the Emlyn Physic Estate. In 1970, when it seemed likely that the Wrecker's Ball would soon fell the Emlyn Physic Estate, One of Cape May's most outstanding examples of Victorian architecture, a group of concerned individuals teamed up and formed the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts, MAC, as this nonprofit organization became known, succeeded in saving the estate and has since restored the building and grounds to their original splendor. Now, with over 2,000 members who volunteer time or support, MAC has continued to preserve and interpret the Victorian heritage of Cape May and has taken on the challenge of restoring the Cape May Lighthouse. MAC also spearheads a wide variety of special events in town, including tours of the Physic Estate, trolley tours, and walking tours of the Historic District, Victorian Week in October, Christmas Lights trolley tours, and a Christmas candlelight house tour of specially decorated homes, inns, hotels, and churches. For a complete listing of Cape May events, pick up a copy of This Week in Cape May, a brochure published by the Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts to inform visitors and residents of the many exciting and educational events happening in Cape May throughout the year. There are many unusual sights around the Cape May area you may want to visit during your stay in Cape May. In nearby Cape May Point, you'll find the Cape May Point Lighthouse, the second oldest continually operating lighthouse in the country. The Mid-Atlantic Center for the Arts is in the process of restoring the light. Just over the dunes is the World War II gun emplacement, originally built 1,000 feet inland, now well out into the sea due to 50 years of coastal erosion. In Cape May Point on display, you'll find the remains of the British sloop HMS Martin, used to blockade the Delaware Bay during the War of 1812. In 1813, it grounded on the shoals and was burned. In 1954, Hurricane Hazel exposed its remains. Just off Sunset Beach lies the hull of the experimental concrete ship, the USS Atlantis, originally brought here to become a docking area for a ferry system between here and Delaware. During a storm in 1926, she broke loose from her moorings and sank where she now sits. Further up the coast of the Delaware Bay was the oldest settlement in Cape May County, known as Town Bank, established in 1638 as a whaling community. The high bank used to sight whales in the original settlement have long since eroded into the Delaware Bay. The Cape May County Park and Zoo, located in Cape May Courthouse, offers a wide assortment of birds and animals in a beautifully landscaped setting. The zoo is open all year, and admission is free. You are cordially invited to join us for the Coachman's Christmas Tour. Our tour starts at a wassail reception, where you will be treated to cookies and warm cider as the village coachman highlights your journey to our fine Victorian homes. You'll be given a map and a Christmas satchel to collect a gift from each inn as a tour memento. After tales of Christmas past, you are off on your own to capture the Christmas spirit at each of the fine Victorian inns. Built in 1906, the Puffin is a Dutch colonial revival-style home decorated in museum-quality antiques and family heirlooms. The Puffin began taking in guests following a complete renovation by Cape May craftsmen skilled in returning historic homes to their original charm. Internationally acclaimed, the Puffin offers guest apartment suite rentals by the week during the summer and for shorter stays during the rest of the year. Accommodations range from a studio efficiency to a full-floor penthouse suite with its own private ocean view sun deck. Each suite has a private bath, a well-equipped kitchen, and is fully furnished. Located on historic Jackson Street, 1/2 block to the Ocean and Promenade and 1/2 block to the Washington Street Mall, you'll enjoy all the holiday festivities Cape May has to offer from your home away from home at the Puffin. Next stop on our tour is the Columbia House. Built in 1885, this Queen Anne-style home requests the pleasure of your company to enjoy the sights of a Victorian country Christmas. Antique Santas oversee the merriment in each room. The parlor suite fireside is set for a romantic rendezvous. Enchanting evergreens fill the room with the aroma of pine, and the glistening of heirloom ornaments dazzle the eye. Our visit to the Columbia House will warm you with the true spirit of Christmas. At the Wilbraham Mansion, the ghost of a Victorian Christmas past lingers and welcomes visitors with the essence of Christmas at the turn of the century. Amidst original antiques and 12-foot Christmas trees, stunning floor-to-ceiling gilded mirrors reflect the Christmas they saw in Victoria's reign. Gaze at the splendidly decorated trees in the west parlor, the grand hall, and the formal dining room. The mansion's indoor swimming pool, decorated with floating greens and candles and wrapped in stained glass, completes your visit to the Wilbraham. Nestled prominently in Cape May's historic district, within easy walking distance to everything, the Woodley House Bed and Breakfast is an inviting example of country Victorian. Built in 1866, Woodley House is beautifully decorated with Victorian furniture, accented by collections of glass and Royal Copenhagen. The inviting parlor provides guests with a cozy place to read, watch television, sip a drink, or just relax. The comfortable guest rooms are attractively decorated to ensure a cozy and comfortable stay. The Wood family beckons you to join them at the Woodley House in a joyful celebration of holiday memories of a Christmas past. Your tour of the John Wesley Inn will truly be an experience of elegance, beginning with the lacy gingerbread trimmed with twinkling lights, seasoned garlands, and velvet ribbons. Hand-strung spirals of popcorn, cranberries, and pine cones, a tradition of bygone years, encircle the 10-foot Christmas tree. At Christmas time, the John Wesley Inn is transformed into a land of fantasy for the young at heart of any age. Year-round, the John Wesley Inn invites visitors from all over to enjoy the splendor of the Victorian age with the luxury of today. During your visit to Cape May, make the Coachman's Christmas Tour part of your holiday celebration. Certain restaurants make you feel comfortable as soon as you walk through the door. That's what you'll find at Dillon's, 524 Washington Street, on the Mall. One of the reasons you'll feel comfortable is the closeness of the Dillon family. You'll always see a family member seating customers, taking orders, or taking a few minutes from the kitchen to chat with patrons. Dillon's features seafood specials daily, as well as prime rib, chicken Dillon, and if ribs are your favorite, then it's Dillon's on Saturday for their all-you-can-eat barbecue rib special. Dillon's is the perfect place to enjoy your New Year's Eve dinner. Dinners are served nightly at Dillon's from 5 p.m. Breakfast is served from 8 a.m. and lunch begins at 11. For lunch, there's a wide array of sandwiches, and Dillon's special salads are all served in a tortilla shell bowl. Whether you're staying in Cape May for a day, a week, a month, or the whole season, you must visit Dillon's at 524 Washington Street on the Cape May Mall. Winner of numerous Chamber of Commerce awards and mentioned in Travel magazine for its uniqueness is Cheeks. Cheeks and Cheeks Times 2 offer functional fashion in timeless shapes, along with an eclectic collection of museum and contemporary gifts, cards, and stationery. 1 block from the mall, Cheeks is a must-stop in Cape May. The Bailiwick on Washington Street offers handcrafted leather items like sandals, belts, and bags. Wallets, hats, and briefcases, and custom designs are a specialty. Artisan's Alcove at 523 Lafayette Street features the largest selection of estate jewelry and vintage watches in South Jersey, as well as quality handmade gifts. So if you like the unusual and appreciate quality, Artisan's Alcove is the place to visit. Discover a romantic collection of sophisticated gifts in a most delightful setting at Mariah's Fine Gifts. Located on historic Jackson Street, Mariah's is an Eden of delights for the home and garden. Wander through an indoor garden trimmed in an impressive array of silk flowers. Mariah's lush selection includes cast garden statuary, watering cans, and sophisticated arrangements. Victorian costume jewelry mingled with charming fabric-covered boxes and frames surround Mariah's signature stick-style willow bed. Romantic home furnishings, such as breakfast trays, changing screens, and candlesticks, are also featured at Mariah's Fine Gifts on Jackson Street. Just around the corner on Jackson Street, you'll find Oma's Doll Shop, featuring dolls from all around the world. Oma's has anything doll-oriented, like clothes, shoes, doll furniture, and accessories. There's greeting cards and wrapping paper and a wide choice of doll books and magazines. Directly from Germany, you'll find the entire line of Engelpuppen dolls from Helmut Engel. Mr. Engel will be visiting Oma's Doll Shop this summer to sign dolls and introduce new models available only at Oma's. Also at Oma's, you'll find the realistic dolls from Annette Hempstead. And from New Orleans come the porcelain dolls of Charles Gambina, who will also be visiting Cape May this summer. Stop into Oma's Doll Shop to meet these great artists and see for yourself these beautiful works of art from all over the world. The Golden Gull on the mall at Perry Street has rings, jewelry, and gifts of gold and silver. There's marcasite jewelry, a collection of lighthouses, beautiful crystal, lead art glass, American Indian figurines, silver rings and earrings, and gold chain by the inch. For nearly a decade, Good Sense in Cape May has offered visitors from far and wide a unique range of gifts. Select from a wide assortment of hand-blown glass by numerous artists, hand-thrown pottery, and handcrafted jewelry. Good Sense offers you incense, essential oils, potpourri, wall hangings, a great selection of Yankee candles. Good Sense might just be the most famous for its collection of music: New Age, jazz, rhythm and blues, new folk, world, and more. And at Good Sense, you can preview just about any CD or cassette before you purchase with no obligation. Good Sense also has a book department with small press, personal growth, and self-help books. Good Sense is open year-round and closed only on Thanksgiving and Christmas days. It's one stop you'll want to make when in Victorian Cape May. Good Sense, now located at 327 Carpenter's Lane at Jackson Street. The Christmas Time Tea and Tour offers visitors a chance to share the innkeeper's love for their homes as they personally welcome you to a memorable Christmas event. Begin your tour at any of the inns where you'll be greeted by the innkeepers dressed in period attire, relating a fresh panorama of stories of Christmas past. On Jackson Street, within view of the Atlantic Ocean, is the 1992 winner of the Cape May County Chamber of Commerce Beautification Award. The inn at 22 Jackson, a Queen Anne Victorian built in the 1890s, is fully restored to its Victorian charm. The spacious 1- and 2-bedroom suites offer a kitchen, sitting room, private bath, and a view of the ocean. The interior is a light, fun, sometimes whimsical, and always romantic atmosphere. A full buffet breakfast is served in the dining room, where you can join the other guests or return to the comfort of your suite. Tea is served in the afternoon with a varied assortment of refreshments. The Inn at 22 Jackson is also available for small business conferences, family retreats and reunions, and special meetings. For your Christmas stay in Cape May, you'll love the beautiful Inn at 22 Jackson in the middle of the historic district. The Inn on Ocean, located at 25 Ocean Street, just one half block from the beach, is a handsome example of the Second Empire style of architecture. The exuberant personality of the exterior is a delight to the eye, while the comfortable, fanciful interior is sure to capture the heart. The Inn on Ocean, located in the center of Cape May's historic district, offers Victorian ambiance with a light touch. The bright, airy suites, some with a view of the ocean, have private baths, air conditioning, ceiling fans, king and queen-size beds, cable television, a refrigerator, and a wet bar. Accommodations include a full breakfast and afternoon refreshments. In the parlor is a full-size regulation pool table for your enjoyment. The heady fragrance of Christmas greens will delight the senses while basking in the cozy warmth of the fireplaces throughout the house. The Inn on Ocean invites you to come inside and recall the pleasures of the genteel Victorian age. A fine example of colonial revival-style architecture is the Fairthorn, a bed and breakfast inn owned and operated by Diane and Ed Hutchinson. The property was once part of the Columbia Hotel, located here on Ocean Street and Beach Drive. After the Great Fire of 1878, Frederick Fairthorn, a wealthy Philadelphia lawyer, bought one of the resulting lots as an investment. A sea captain, John Ratty, bought the lot in 1892 and built a home for his family. The Hutchinsons purchased the home in 1992 and turned it into the beautiful inn that it is today. The house features 6 spacious bedrooms, reached by the open 3-story staircase. Each guest room is decorated in period furnishings, lace window treatments, and the rooms are named for prominent women associated with Fairthorn. Morning time is distinguished by a sumptuous breakfast, served fireside at the Fairthorn. Fresh fruits of the season, juice, mouth-watering breads and muffins, and the special entree of the day. And then, in the afternoon, you're invited to gather for tea and light refreshments. The Fairthorn is located in the heart of the historic district, 1 block to the beach and 1 block to the mall, and just steps away from most of Cape May's great restaurants and activities. The luxury of the inn and the friendly hospitality of the innkeepers will warm your heart at Christmas time and all year round, and you'll be sure to want to return and help celebrate the other exciting times of the year here in Cape May. Romantic notions and nostalgic delights awaken an image of Christmas as it was, or as you've always imagined it could be, on the Christmas time tea and tour. Nestled along tree-lined Washington Street, deep in the heart of Cape May's historic district, sits one of the finest restaurants on the East Coast. The Washington Inn serves exquisite dinners in 5 delightful and different dining rooms, including the porch, patio, the Victorian wine cellar, or our famous garden room. In the winter months, diners enjoy the warmth of our 2 working fireplaces, surrounded by seasonal plants and flowers. Rated 3 stars by the Mobile Guide and 3 diamonds by AAA, the Washington Inn continues to provide delicious food, warm ambiance, and competent service. The Washington Inn uses the choicest meats, freshest fish, and seasonally grown local vegetables. To properly accompany your dinner, the Washington Inn has the most extensive and unique wine collection in all of southern New Jersey. Winner of the Wine Spectator's Best of the Best Award of Excellence, the Washington Inn holds 8,500 bottles of fine wine in a temperature-controlled environment, with over 500 selections to choose from. The lounge is graced with a Victorian bar, stocked with premium liqueurs, ports, and sherries. Enjoy an after-dinner drink on the porch decorated with colorful wicker. Weddings and special events take place regularly at the Washington Inn. The many special touches found throughout the inn make your special engagement all that extra special. Open throughout the year, the Washington Inn is the restaurant for all seasons. After dinner, you might find a leisurely walk enjoyable. You'll find homes and businesses everywhere, decked out for the holidays. Stop by the Welcome Center on Lafayette Street, where Cape May Stage regularly performs. The Welcome Center is the best place to plan your next visit to Cape May. There's direct phone access to most inns, hotels, and apartments. There's a wealth of literature on fun things to do and great places to stay here in Cape May. Just 1/2 block to the beach and 1/2 block to the Washington Street Mall, you'll find the Prince Edward Suites, a beautifully restored Queen Anne cottage, built in 1896. Enjoy the ambiance of the Victorian era, but with the comfort and convenience of today's modern amenities. The Prince Edward offers 1- and 2-bedroom suites, each with their own deck and private entrance, parlor, fully equipped kitchen, and a full bath with tub and shower. The Prince Edward is decorated and furnished throughout with 19th century antiques, lace curtains, antique quilts, crocheted spreads, and oriental rugs. Each Christmas season, the Prince Edward is decked out in holiday finery, and each suite features a small Christmas tree and other seasonal touches. Stained glass windows throughout the house splash a kaleidoscope of colored light into your Victorian suite. High ceilings with old-fashioned ceiling fans, Victorian baths, and country Victorian stenciling all add to the Prince Edward's special charm. Your Prince Edward suite also offers use of the wraparound veranda as well as the sunny upper deck. There's laundry facilities on premises, and guests are provided with off-street parking. Accommodations are available for weekly rentals from mid-June through mid-September, and for nightly rentals the rest of the year. On your visit to Cape May, be prepared to enjoy the romantic setting and relaxed, friendly atmosphere that makes the Prince Edward a special experience.
My name is Deanna Brown, and this is an 1867 Victorian home. It has lots of modern conveniences, but also the Victorian charm. Why don't you come on in and I'll show you what we have to offer you. You are now in the inside of the living room of the 2-bedroom apartment, which has a fireplace and can actually sleep up to 8 people. Within this room we have our 9-foot Christmas tree, which is made with over 100 handmade Christmas items. And over here to your left is one of my Victorian lampshades that I have handmade within a two-day period with actually handmade beading. We do an awful lot of family reunions. A family of 25 people can actually stay in one house under one roof and actually can eat in one kitchen with over 25 people. In addition to running an inn, I also make Victorian lampshades. Here's one example, my very first. It took me 3 months. I now can actually make a lampshade within 2 to 3 days. An example of a wedding dress lampshade made from a real live wedding dress. If you'd be interested in having me make a custom-made lampshade, please contact me at Antoinette's on Washington Street.
Now, another kind of accommodations for a large group is the Perry Street Inn. The Perry Street Inn is different from other establishments because it has the old and the new. A Victorian bed and breakfast, and a small modern motel. The turn-of-the-century beach house has 10 bedrooms decorated with period furniture. Many have ocean views and private baths. And all include a bountiful buffet breakfast. The motel has 10 one-bedroom apartments with kitchens, baths, and all the conveniences and comforts of home. During the Christmas season, the parking lot is filled with Christmas trees that the innkeeper, John Curtis, grows at his farm in Cape May County. Even if you choose a tree that is 16 feet tall, you'll find no tree priced over $30. Known as Cape May's original hotspot, the Perry Street Inn has a historic location. This is the place where in 1878 the Ocean House fire started. This fire destroyed 40 acres of the business district. In the spring and autumn, John and his wife Cynthia host a murder mystery weekend where guests play historic characters and try to discover who started the fire and why. Summer brings the crowds, but you'll be glad you stayed at the Perry Street Inn. You have a choice of accommodations. You're close to the beach and the mall, and you have your own parking spot for your vehicle, all at very reasonable rates. If, during your visit to Cape May, you prefer modern conveniences with a Victorian flair, the Grand Hotel will suit your needs perfectly. Here, where the land and the sea meet, is a haven, blending the best of the old world with the new, where one will bask in a timeless tradition of hospitality and Victorian charm. The Grand Hotel will continually surprise you with its flair, its richness, and its variety of facilities. The Grand Hotel is unique, dedicated to recreating the grandeur and enduring qualities of a bygone era, yet perfectly at ease with providing all the modern comforts. Enjoy the Grand in all its Christmas finery. Experience its awesome grandeur. The Grand Hotel's New Year's Eve Gala is a perfect ending to your wonderful Christmas vacation. And if you're last-minute Christmas shopping, the Grand Hotel has the answer. Give a gift certificate. How about a romantic weekend for someone special? The Grand also has great packages for Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day. It's a great gift idea, just in time for Christmas. Come to the Grand Hotel, experience our ocean views, Victorian charm, elegant appointments, luxurious accommodations, superlative service, exquisite dining, and fond memories of the Grand Hotel. Oceanfront at Philadelphia Avenue in Cape May. The Angel of the Sea on Trenton Avenue, just off the beach, is rated one of the top 10 bed and breakfast inns in the United States. This magnificent 57-room mansion houses 26 elegant guest rooms, each with their own private bath. Most rooms overlook the ocean, and all guests have use of the large porches and verandas. The remarkable history of the Angel of the Sea began in 1850 as a summer cottage built by prominent Philadelphia physician William Waitman. The house was cut in half in 1881 by Wheatman's son and dragged by teams of horses to a location closer to the ocean. In 1962, the houses were moved again to their present location, just a half a block off the beach. After years of abandonment, John and Barbara Gurton bought the empty building in 1988 and began restoration. $3 million and 53,000 man-hours later, the magnificence and splendor of the Angel of the Sea has critics raving. In 1990, the National Trust for Historic Preservation called the Angel of the Sea the #2 bed and breakfast inn in the United States. You'll understand why when you visit. Each room has been decorated with just the right blend of furnishings and accessories to perfectly complement the architecture of the house. An atmosphere of a Victorian summer cottage is created with the addition of many ornamental lamps and collectibles. In the main dining room, guests enjoy sumptuous multi-course breakfasts. Tea is served in the afternoon, and in the evening enjoy wine and cheese before the large fireplace in the main parlor. Cape May's most elegant inn, the Angel of the Sea, invites you to visit for an unforgettable return to the carefree seaside life of over 100 years ago. Bordered by the Atlantic Ocean on one side and the Delaware Bay on the other, Cape May usually enjoys mild winters, mild enough to play golf year-round. A few miles north of Cape May on Route 9 is the beautiful Cape May National Golf Club. The course was designed to provide the golfer with both challenge to golfing skills and an escape to the countryside. Over 500 native trees have been moved onto the site, 6 acres of lakes and wetlands created, and in the heart of the golf course is a 50-acre nature preserve. Cape May National is a course built in the classic tradition of a century ago. The tees, greens, and fairways are all of the finest bent grass. The greens are large and undulating. The multiple tees allow you to adjust the challenge to the level of your game. Cape May National Golf Club also features a driving range with elevated tees. There's a green nearby to practice your short game. There's also a beautifully manicured 18-hole putting green. The Pro Shop offers a full line of the finest in golfing equipment and sportswear. Gift certificates make perfect gifts and may be redeemed at the Pro Shop for merchandise or a round of golf. Discover Cape May National Golf Club, beautiful any time of the year.
Hello, my name is Captain Don Bass-Machen, and I'm sitting aboard my boat, the Miss Cape May. Here to talk to you today a little bit about fishing in the wintertime. A lot of people don't realize that Cape May, because of their climate, is still warm toward the end of the year during October, November, and December, and we do fish right up until New Year's. During those months, striped bass move into the area. They're a very large fish, exciting to catch, very good game fish, and also very good eating. No reservations are needed. If you would like to come down, we leave at 8 in the morning. We return back to the dock at 4 o'clock. On board, we have all the tackle that you may need. We also have a heated cabin for the days that do get a little bit chilly. If you'd like to come down, we're located right at the entrance to Cape May on the left-hand side, just past the Lobster House. If you'd like to give us a call and find out what's running, you can call us any evening at 609-886-9176. We also have private charters available up to 49 people.
Just steps from the sea on the harbor at Fisherman's Wharf is one of the finest seafood markets anywhere, the Lobster House Fish Market of Cape May. Before returning home, you must stop by and sample some of the freshest seafood available. Choose from whole fish, or fillets and steaks, shrimp, shellfish, and lobster. Your purchase is then packed on ice, so it will arrive home in a perfectly delicious condition. If you've never had seafood that was handled with this care, then you'll soon know why the Lobster House is world famous. You'll want to end your visit to Cape May at the Lobster House Fish Market. And in warmer weather, visit the Raw Bar on the dock or sip a cocktail on the Schooner American. Christmas is a great time to visit Cape May, but don't forget the rest of the year. Each spring, Cape May hosts the Tulip Festival. June brings the Sky and Sea Festival, and in October, come and enjoy the Victorian Week celebration. Cape May also boasts great beaches and great fun all summer. No matter what time of the year, discover beautiful Victorian Cape May, a national treasure.